This is the dream of every classic car fanatic. An underground garage chock full of vintage automobiles. And the best part is, every single one's for sale. The garage functions as a showroom for these beauties. Jens Seltrecht fulfilled a lifelong ambition when he opened the shop. He says he's always had antique cars and driven them in tours and rallies. He bought and sold cars like it was a card game, mostly Italian cars. He says when he moved to Hamburg, he decided that instead of taking his cars to a dealer, he could do it himself.
Und habe mir gedacht, anstatt die Autos mal zu Händlern bringen, kann ich es auch selber, werde ich selber Händler.
Jens has a huge array of classic cars available at reasonable prices. Most of them are from the 60s and 70s, but he has some newer models too. If this Renault R15 isn't your thing, there'll be another four-wheel gem around the corner tempting you to part with your money. Jens likes to operate at prices of up to 30,000 euros and sometimes even under 10,000. He tends to buy well-kept cars that haven't had too much restoration work. Jens is trying to find a buyer for this TVR. It's got something special under the hood. It's a 5-litre V8 engine from a Ford Mustang, which could push out 300 horsepower. We want to see it in action, so current owner Karl Turner takes it for a spin. TVR released the M series in 1972, first with a 2.5-litre 6-cylinder engine made by Triumph. Later, that was replaced by a 3-litre V6 Ford engine for the 3000M model. Tester Robert Tomitzi asks Karl why he put an even bigger engine into the car. Karl says he'd always dreamed of having a 3000M, perhaps with a Ford V8 motor. So when he had to restore the engine, he decided to put in the 8-cylinder motor. TVR also later released a factory-made 8-cylinder model, but only 20 were produced. They served as Karl's inspiration for this souped-up version of the TVR 3000. The long, flat grille and the short rear end are typical TVR traits. And like all of their cars, it's built with a fiberglass chassis. In a car like this, Robert wants to put his foot down, but as it's up for sale, he's taking it easy. Robert's driven many cars, but this has a light frame and a fat V8 at the front with 300 horsepower, so he says it deserves respect. Robert says the car handles surprisingly well around the bends. He doesn't feel like it's overpowered or unsteady. He thinks the car runs very well considering it's 35 years old. Until it was split up in 2006, TVR was a small but successful sports car maker based in Blackpool, England. Robert thinks it's terrible that TVR isn't making cars anymore. He says the company was taken over by some rich Russian kid called Viktor Smolensky, who quickly killed it off. Robert's counted out all his pennies and, unfortunately, he can't afford the TVR 5000M. But for someone with a bulging wallet, there's a great little car sitting in Jens's underground garage in Hamburg.